Hey, welcome back guys to another tutorial on FireAlpaca. I am Greatonic. Well, my real name is Gabriel, but I go by name Greatonic on most of my profile on social media. And today I'll talk about layers. They are very simple to know, and once you get the hang of layer, you can do almost anything in digital art and such. Okay, already I have a character, a jellyfish character on my screen already made on the screen. I drew it not too long ago as a for an example on what I'm going to talk about. So layers, to say what layers are like, layers are a division of properties for a particular character, illustration or art. So like now you see I have layers for each property for my character. I have the body, which is the body, the whole reddish body, the right eye and the left eye. So this is not compulsory to put them in layers or different orders of their properties, if I like to call it that way. It's not compulsory. You can put all of them in the same layer as the body, but for different good purposes, if you were to put them in the same layer as the body and you made a mistake, I want to erase only the right eye. Because of the right eye is in the same layer as the body, it will also affect the body. Say you want to clean a mistake on the right eye, you might accidentally clean the body. But let's say if I try to clean the right eye, seeing that the right eye is not in the same layer as the body, if I try to clean the right eye, oh sorry, this is the right eye, you see it doesn't affect the body, it only affects the right eye. So layers are very good for that. So you should treat layer as your best friend in this. So moving on, we see I already have divisions for each properties of the character. So knowing that, now I will deal with what each of these are: protect, alpha, clipping, lock, and also how to make a new layer, make a layer group, merge layers together and create duplicate, all those such of things. So it's very simple stuff. Okay, and I also have to delete a layer, let me not forget that. So first of all, let me start with a simple thing. Let's say to make a new layer, just come down here in the layer panel, on this button, or how can I say, UI button or something like that, and you will see at the left corner, from our direction at the left corner, you see something like add layer. So when you click on this, it automatically add a new layer, layer 4 as I call it. So to rename this layer, you can do two things: press this setting icon, click on it, and it will show you its properties. Of course it's empty because nothing has been made on the layer yet. So I will change it to eyebrows. Okay, eyebrows, good. You can also rename the layer by just double clicking. No, click it once. I'm not sure of that. Well, there is a way to do it apart from that, but for now let's just stick with that. So now I will make another property for this character, like an eyebrow for it, just a simple one. Make it better and looking realistic, not that realistic, but give it some life. So that is that, a simple eyebrow, not too complex, just something simple. So that is another property. So layers are like holders for properties of your character. So I think that has been gotten. Going on to that, you can hide the property of a layer by clicking on this here, this round looking icon on a particular proper layer. So when you click on it, it hides the eyebrows. If I click on it back, it unhides the eyebrows. If I click on this, unhide the body, and such and all that. So we have learned how to hide a layer and how to make a new layer. Good. So now I'll be talking about layer groups. So you see a layer folder. Some other application call it layer group. FireAlpaca actually call it layer folder. It depends on what application you are using and what you feel like calling it. But I love to call it layer group, but FireAlpaca calls it layer folder. So I had a new folder. So as always, you can rename it. Let me just call it jelly folder. Okay, so now we make a new folder. We can do two things. Yeah, we can do two things, which are we can add a new layer in this folder and move a pre-existing layer into the folder. So to add a new layer into the group or folder, we can just make sure we are on the folder, like we click on it, not on another layer but on the folder or group, and just click on this and my bad, sorry, make sure it's open and click on it. Yeah, always make sure this is open, the folder icon is open, looks open, or else you won't be able to add a folder into a layer into the folder. So now you see that this is actually attached, the layer is actually attached to the folder. So when you close it, you see that you don't see the layer 60 anymore. So you see that this shows that it is attached to the folder. This grayish color beside the layer shows it's attached to a folder. So now that I want to do that, I don't really need this folder for anything, but before I delete it, you can put a pre-existing folder into a layer. Sorry, I've been saying folder so much. A pre-existing layer into the folder by clicking on the layer and dragging it by holding the left mouse button and just scrolling until you reach the group or layer, group or folder, then release, and immediately, bam, your layer is in your folder. If you don't believe, you can open it and see your left type layer is in the folder. So I'll undo that and just delete the folder by going to this icon here, which looks like a trash bin. So you just click on it and delete your layer or layer group. Of course, you can delete the eyebrow by press the eyebrow layer by pressing the same icon that look like a trash bin, and it deletes it. So I think that has been done. And also, when you make any progress or delete something, or you know you want to make something, I don't want it to affect your character, always remember to save by pressing Ctrl S. Always save. Remember, it's very important. Save. You can go to file, press save or save as. So, but we're not doing that now. But that is just a clue. Always remember to save. Very, very important. So, mistake. Sorry. So we can duplicate layer by selecting that particular layer I want to duplicate. Let's say I want to duplicate the left eye. So I would press this icon here that look like two icons of making a new layer. So just see this icon, you see it at the left corner there, duplicate layer. You click on it, your layer is automatically duplicated. So you can now move that left eye and still have a duplicate of the original left eye still there. So that has been said. You can also duplicate by clicking that layer and pressing Ctrl C on the canvas and Ctrl V. So copy and paste, something like that, and you have a duplicate now. But the only difference between duplicating here and copying and pasting is that when you duplicate, you duplicate everything, even the name of the layer, but when you copy and paste, it makes a new layer but actually with the same content of what you duplicated. So that has been done. We delete that. So now we're talking about merging layers. So merging layers is kind of, you just go to this icon down here, and when you click on it, it merge the layer below that layer that is selected. So I'm selecting eyebrow now. So when I click on that particular icon, it just merges it. So now it merges it to the layer below, which is the left eye. Now when it merges it, the name doesn't changes at all. Doesn't change at all. So it just merges the layer above to the layer below. So now I can merge layers multiple times. I can click on it and merge the left eye to the right eye, and the eyebrow that is already merged, everything become merged together. So if I try to move the right eye, you see it moves everything, both the eyebrows and the left eye, because I merged all of them together. So that is what merging layer does. So after that, we have now dealt with the making a new layer, a layer folder, duplicate, merging, and even deleting. So now we come to these three things here, and we'll also be dealing with this. Before I come to those three things, now you can decrease opacity or transparency, or increase or decrease transparency with this slider here. This slider, you just drag, make sure your cursor is on it, and drag to decrease or increase opacity. So now I am on the left eye. If I drag this and decrease it, you see that the left eye become transparent. If I decrease it all the way down, it become invisible. But if I increase it back, it's starting to appear little by little. Put it on 100%, everything shows. So that is how to increase and decrease, increase or decrease opacity. Simple. And before this theory is being talked about, I will go to this blending here. So what does blending does? It actually just give a type of how can I say, filter to your particular layer or what you have made in that layer. So if I made this, put it on hard, you see it kind of brightens up and make it blend with the layer that your layer that you have selected is on, and this left eye is on the body layer. So if I put this on soft hard lights, it makes no difference, because well, this is just a simple coloring. Assuming I made it of orange, the hard light will give it a kind of lighter color. If I put it on soft light, it actually make it disappear for this particular coloring. It depends on color. What color you are using will give it a particular effect on the blending mode you have. So saturation will give it a kind of darker color. Hue will still give it a darker color, all the same. Divide will normally give it a very dark color, but for this it doesn't really give any color because of just black and white. So those are very basic coloring, so no much blending there. But let me put it on. Here I put on hard, you still see it. Multiply always give a dark color, but it depends on the color you are using. Different color spectrum will give different results. So let me just put it on normal for now. So you should just experiment and see what you can get from that. So okay, I hope that has been gotten. So now we come to this last theory, the process alpha, the clipping, and the lock. So I will start with the lock. So on the lock, when you lock a layer, you will know you have locked it because you see this icon showing the padlock there. So once you try to modify it, it won't be allowed. But you can let me see. you can still draw on that layer, but once you try to modify it while in that layer, it won't be allowed. So you will not be able to modify the layer at all or do anything on that particular layer. So once it's locked, your layer will be locked and you can't do anything on that layer while you are clicking on that layer. But once you unlock it, you can now do what you want on it, on that particular layer while in that layer, I mean. Okay, so that is just lock. Kind of useful, but depends on which situation or situations. So now we come to Protect Alpha. So what does Protect Alpha do? Protect Alpha simply makes you to only paint on that particular layer you are in. So saying that you are in the left eye and you enable Protect Alpha on, which you see here, you can only modify that layer you are in and not unlike other layers while you're in that Protect Alpha. But that doesn't apply to you being in another layer and you think you cannot modify that layer you have Protect Alpha enabled. You will still modify that layer that has Protect Alpha enabled when you are in another layer, but it doesn't apply when you are in that layer Protect Alpha is enabled. To shut it down, that means that you can only modify the layer you are in with that Protect Alpha enabled. Let me just give you a demonstration for you to understand. So with Protect Alpha enabled, if I try to modify this layer, you see it's not allowed, but when I go to that left eye layer, it's allowed. I can modify it, and that is the layer I can only modify on. So you see, kind of give it that cool look, because well, I deal with color and stuff like that, so it kind of give that cool look. But if I try to go to the right eye, I can't modify it because of I'm in that layer and Protect Alpha is enabled. But when I remove Protect Alpha and I now go to modify that right eye, it can now be modified because Protect Alpha is disabled, and that is what Protect Alpha does. So now that we are leaving the left eye, let's now go to the right eye, and I'll give an example of clipping. So clipping, what clipping does is, first, to unlike Protect Alpha, you need another layer for clipping. So I'll make a new layer here and just enable clipping on it. So what clipping does is that it only applies to the layer below it. That's why you see that icon there beside that layer 5. It only applies to the layer below it. So once I try to that means that it's like Protect Alpha, but instead has a layer to hold the characters you draw, and will be only applicable to that right eye layer, because the clipping layer is above it, so it works like that. So let's say I try to draw something on the left eye. You see, it can't be drawn because of I'm in the clipping layer, and the clipping layer only support the layer below it. If I try to draw on the right eye, you see that changes are made now because of that clipping layer is made for only the right eye. So if good thing about clipping layer is that you can hide it and it won't affect the layer, your main layer, or like Protect Alpha. So if I try to hide this, it hides everything. But if I try to hide the layer 5, the clipping layer, it won't affect your right eye layer there. So you see, so that is what clipping layer does. And I believe that with that knowledge, I think you can gain a lot on layers, and I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Before I go, we have the navigator here, which is not really hard to get. You can also use this for inverting, use this for rotating, use this to show the best fit view, like put it on best fit. Use this to zoom in, zoom out, and best fit. So that is what navigator does. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. I try to explain it as much as possible. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be so glad to help you on your adventure in digital art, painting, and such. My name is Greatonic. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye.